Hey guys, welcome. I'm Andy and welcome to another tutorial. I am going to be looking at this image which I took 3 exposures. You'll see underexposed even further, and overexposure just about, to create a HDR image. I'm going to combine these two, but before I do that I want to remind you that if you go over to my website you can subscribe to my mailing list. This will give you an article on how to get the perfect exposure every time. Just type in your email address just in there, subscribe, you'll be emailed the PDF straight to your inbox, and it'll help you get your exposures right every time. So back to Lightroom, I'm going to take these 3 images here, I'm going to hold down shift, get all 3 of those, right click, we're going to photo merge HDR. My deghost amount is going to be on none because there's no movement in the picture, and this is what we're going to get. Okay, and here is our HDR image. It is underexposed. I did this on purpose so I could expose for the windows and the stuff outside, so when I come and sort out my local adjustments you'll see what I mean. So let's get into this. You'll see everything is well underexposed at the moment. Let's just raise that exposure up just a tad bit there. We're gonna raise the shadows, not too much. I don't do what I do in landscapes and whack it right up. That's gonna look stupidly too HDR like, but we're gonna go up a little bit like that, and our highlight's gonna come down a bit just so we can get the detail out the window just there. Let's contrast up slightly and add a bit more exposure again. Highlights down just a little bit. So whites, we're going to hold down the Alt key and bring that up slightly, not too much. It's going to overexpose again outside, and the blacks we're going to bring down. We've already got a bit of dark down here. If we click on that there, you can see the blue areas are the bits that are clipped in the darkness of the blue there. Let's bring that back ever so slightly there, and already that's looking pretty good. Just bring exposure up again slightly just there, and a bit of vibrance, too much, dash of saturation. Love this wood, the colour in the wood was pretty damn amazing. I'm going to add just a touch clarity. I don't want to add too much clarity, it's going to give a unrealistic feel to the tables and chairs. So we're going to come down to the tonal curve. I'm going to add a medium contrast to that. And yeah, I like that, that's punchy, I like that, it's good. And we're going to come down and we're going to enable the chromatic aberration, remove that, and enable the profile corrections. I shot this with a 10-1, it should pick that up. Yep, the 10 to 24, perfect. And this is looking pretty damn good. It's taken out some of my vignettes, so I'm going to add that back in using the post-crop vignette. Just a bit there. Now I'm thinking it's still slightly underexposed. I'm going to raise that a bit more. Highlights down again a bit more. Raise the exposure. You just got to play around with these guys. It's going to be different for different pictures. I know what I'm going for with this picture because I know what the room looked like when I was there, and that is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. So for local adjustments, that's pretty much all I want to do. Let's bring saturation down a little bit in the orange. I think the wood was maybe a bit too oversaturated, maybe in the yellows as well. Bring it down just a tad. And the greens I'm going to take up slightly, and the aqua. Okay, so before and after saturation, yeah, like that. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. That's pretty. That's where I want it. Luminance. I'm going to take the orange down, slight touch, and the reds and the greens. Come down a bit. So before the HSL, after the HSL, yep, loving that. Again, I'm going to have to come back up to my exposure because I'm not happy with that again. It's going to have to go up slightly just to there. Yep. And you still see the blues there. Clipping a bit. That's okay, not too bad. I don't mind too much. If I absolutely had to, I might just bring the blacks up a touch to there. Now we have no clipping at all. That's perfect. I'm not too happy with the crop of this. I'm going to take out a lot of this side, so I'm just going to make sure that that is locked. Bring that down to about, I'm going to get rid of that chair there. I want to keep the door in. Just bring that down there a touch. Just going to bring this in a touch there. What I'm looking for is for the light to be dead center. I'm not looking at rule of thirds for this picture. No real point. Nothing is of singular interest to me in this picture. I just like the whole thing as it is. Okay. So that for local adjustments and cropping is about where I'm at. There's a few things in the image that I don't like and that I'm going to mess around with in Photoshop. I'll show you that in a second. We'll take it over to Photoshop. One, this little lens flare here, I might take that out and take that out of the image. They're just little things that distract me personally. It may not be something you'd want to do. Before I do that, I'm going to mess around with a few bits and pieces with the radial filter. I'm going to add little bits of interest here and there. You might have seen this in some of my other videos. I learnt this trick from a photographer that I watch on YouTube quite a bit. His name is Serge Ramelli. He's a French photographer, and I'll link him in the description if you want to head over there. He does a lot of interior design photography. I'm starting to get into this. In fact, this is a local hotel. It's called Botleigh Grange in Southampton that I did this shoot for last week. They're having me back in a few weeks' time because of these shots and what I did to the images. They were very happy with them, so thank you to Serge for that. Like I say, I'll link him down in the description. You'll be able to go ahead and have a look at some of his videos. I'm sure you won't be disappointed if you wanted to get into interior design photography. He's got a lot of great tips that I've learned and I've used on this particular photo shoot. And like I say, it's got me more work, more paid work. So I'm more than happy, and yeah, thanks Serge. I'm going to start adding a few areas of interest now. This might seem a little bit strange at first, but I'm going to add areas of overexposed areas to create some interest. And it might seem strange, but bear with me and I'll show you what I mean. Afterwards you'll see what I've done, and it might be unorthodox for yourself. You might not like it, but it's something that I think has worked for me because of the work I've got, and I hope it'll interest you. If you've got any questions, guys, please add a comment below. You'll see that what I'm doing is quite strange. If I show you the before and after, very, very strange, but it works. Just like that. I mean, it's very, very subtle in places. If you hadn't seen me do this, you wouldn't know that I've done it, which is kind of the point. One more So I don't want to add light to where there's already light. I don't want to add light over the top of these. But I'm going to just make it a bit brighter. So it's just adding areas of interest. Just draws the eyes towards it. If you haven't seen me do this, again, if you haven't seen me do this, you wouldn't know that I've done it. If you walked away from this image now and come back and looked at this image, you wouldn't know that something like that has been done to this image, which is, in my mind, perfect. My client hasn't seen me do this. They don't know that I've done this, but they love these images. If I do that, and there you go, that's all I need to do. You could do the same thing with darker areas, areas of underexposure. It's essentially dodging and burning. If you know what dodging and burning is, that's essentially what I've just done. You can do it with a brush, with a simple brush. I can do that and create lines, like, make sure that flows at 100, feathers at 100 and density is at 100. I can always turn this down. I can create a line that goes through like that, wait for that to pick up, and then tone it down a bit, do another one through there, and again, you would never know that I've done that. It looks great. You know, if you want to erase any of it, get a brush, something like that. I don't want anything to go over those windows for a start. And in fact, what I might do is just create a new one and underexpose slightly. Take this down and just go over the window like that. Again, very effective. I haven't done a whole lot to it, but that as an image looks great. There are some things I want to do in Photoshop, which I'm going to take this through to now. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll right click, edit in, Adobe Photoshop. Okay, here we are guys in Photoshop. A couple of things I want to do. I want to sort this out, that lens flare there, and maybe take that out. So let's do that. Zoom right into this area. Now this might be a bit tricky because of the lines underneath there, but we'll have a go. We only need to take enough out for it to not be noticed, but let's start with this thing here and its shadow. For that, I'm going to use the clone stamp tool. So we're going to alt click there. We're going to come over here. We're going to make sure our opacity is set to about, I don't want to go 100, about 90. And we're going to go there. There. Let's take it from the other side. And go line it up. Go there. 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 Now you see where it's lighter this side and darker this side, I've got an area that is very, very strange in colour. So we're going to take the opacity down, touch further, out, click there. I'm going to go there, there. So it looks a bit strange above here, but don't worry too much. I can sort it out in a second. So even if I come out, you don't really notice, oh, you do really notice that, but let's get it sorted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something that most people might not think about. I'm going to take the patch tool. I'm going to take an area there, take it up, take an area there, take that up, take an area there, take that out to there. Just get rid of that a sec. Okay. That away from there, and there. Okay, I'm going to go back to the clone stamp and take the opacity down even further now. Taking this light area out to click. Bob, pop. Blend light areas. Don't like if it's too much. Put the opacity down even further. out click there, just get it lined up. And that isn't too bad actually. It does look a little bit weird. Let's make it a bit. Let's take the clone stamp tool again. Further back here. Like that. Okay, come out. And that's not too bad, that's better. So now we're going to deal with this little area here. And for this top part, I'm just going to use this. Take that out there. Take that out there. So that isn't going to look too bad, even as it is. The worst part is going to be the bit beneath here. I'll take that out there. Okay, so if I zoom out, that top half now doesn't look too bad. It's just the bottom half is a bit of a strange colour. So let's go and see what we can do about that. Okay, for this I'm going to use clone stamp again. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Come over a bit. So I'm using my out click there. Come on over, make sure it's lined up. Pop, pop, pop. Go to the other side. Out click. Get rid of that, clone stamp. Out click that. Get it lined up. This is just very, very subtle. I don't want to do too much. I just want to get rid of the colour slightly. I'm not going to do too much in this area because all these little lines are all different, so I'm going to have to just be careful there. Let's take from this side again. Come into there, line up. Okay, now that, really, if you just come to this picture, you probably wouldn't notice there's something there. It was glaring before I could see it, and it was doing some weird things. You might just have a go at the colour of the bottom half there. Let's take the clone stamp again. A bit smaller. We're going to want this area. Make it slightly bigger. Up. What we're doing is looking to change the colour ever so slightly. We can take from there if we have to. See the colour's much different, but we've got the opacity down quite a bit, so we can just change the colour very, very subtly. So really, I don't want to do too much more. Just make sure it's lined up. They're changing already, so a bit tricky to do that bit, but like I say, it's not going to worry too much about that. Come out. Yep, in fact, that's much better. I don't mind that at all. If I come to this picture now and looked at it and studied the picture, I wouldn't see that there was a very, very large lens flare over that area. You can't notice it. We can see it now, obviously. But like I say, if we walked away and come back, you'd look at this image and you wouldn't see that. Okay, the last thing I want to take out is that. It is. Maybe whatever this is here, we'll sort that out. I'll do that first. It's going to be quite easy. We're just going to take clean brush tool, straight over that, pop, gone. Okay, so what we can try with this is, let's start that again, go across here, across there, come down to there, I don't want to touch the wooded area because it's going to make it go a bit funny if you watch what I'm about to do. So I'm going to take the patch tool and see what that does. Yep, happy with that. Not too bad at all. There's a slight area there. Just going to move out there. A bit darker, so maybe just a little bit strangely coloured. Whatever that is there, we'll take it out quickly while we're here. So yeah, and again, the pattern on the wallpaper is helping us in a way because no one's going to notice what we've done. Okay, this little area here, all we need to do there is a close stamp. We'll alt click that area there. Bosh gone. Oh, we've still got our opacity down to 22. Let's go there. And that's gone. Okay, there we go. So if we come all the way out to full screen, you wouldn't know that there was something here. You wouldn't know that there was a great big green sign here. And that's looking pretty damn good. So I'm going to save that. Command W or Control W. Do you want to save? Yes. We're going to go back into Lightroom. That should drag that over. So this will be the 3 images as HDR, and this is after. There's our final image. Okay, thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a very quick, short tutorial using Lightroom and Photoshop to do various things. But yeah, I'm going to be doing another photo shoot at Botleigh Grange in a few weeks' time. Thanks to them for letting me do this photo shoot, which I did for them a few weeks ago. When I go back, I'll be getting more images of different rooms, different times of the day. I'll probably be doing their spa area where they've got a swimming pool and a few other rooms and bits and pieces, some venue rooms, and yeah, probably do a video on some more images from there. Yeah, please like and share this video. Your help is much appreciated. I know at the moment you'll see I've only got 8 subscribers, so please subscribe to my channel and you can see future videos. It would be great. I want to get my subscribers up a little bit if I can. Any help sharing these videos would be fantastic, and I hope to do another video for you soon. Thanks very much.